Rolling Hills Make Sushi Make Friends just released for PC, Xbox, and Game Pass, and touts itself as part restaurant management game and part cozy life sim. But is it any good? Well, I played Rolling Hills on Xbox Game Pass and will give you a quick first look at the game as well as my first impressions to help you decide if it's worth buying. If you don't want to watch the full video, here's the TLDR. Rolling Hills is not a frantic cooking sim, but is a cozy restaurant management game with addictive decorating, ingredients, and friendships, all that have perks to level up your restaurant. Here's the full scoop. So what is Rolling Hills Make Sushi Make Friends, aside from a game with an incredibly lengthy title? You're a sushi bot headed to the city of Rolling Hills to chase your dreams of becoming a renowned chef and quickly realize that Mayor Kagi has told a little white lie. He's trying to put Rolling Hills on the map and thinks a gimmicky sushi restaurant will get the job done, and you're the gimmick. So here you are, and this pathetic little hole in the wall is what you have to try to flip into a 5-star sushi restaurant. Yeah, you got a raw deal. I mean, it is sushi after all. The charade gets even sadder, because you aren't even cooking the sushi. A machine called the Sushi-matic does that, and you're in charge of delivering the proper food and upgrading the menu. So I guess that makes you the waiter and restaurant manager. Once you open the restaurant, customers enter and order a flavor and quality of sushi. The starting flavors are fish, which is notated by blue, veggie is green, and sweet is pink. And later on, I unlocked a hearty recipe that was orange, so I would guess there are even more flavors to unlock. You also have to try and match or exceed the requested quality level. If you run out of a flavor or want to try for a higher quality, you can reload the Sushi-matic as long as it's had time to recharge, and it doesn't cost you to reload the dishes. You begin with just 2 tables and a maximum of 4 customers. And other than serving, you eventually have messes to clean and customers falling asleep. If you don't wake them up in time with your horn, they will leave early. At the end of the day, you'll have increased the popularity level of the restaurant and earned some nice bank. So those are the basics of the restaurant, but you also have ingredients, decor, and friendships, which add depth to the gameplay. As you roll around Rolling Hills, you'll have access to 3 different shops: Armand's Market, Maya's Cafe, and Ren's Workshop. The market is where you buy seafood and produce ingredients that can enhance the quality of your recipes. Buy the ingredient and then use it on a recipe, and it will increase the recipe's XP to help increase its level. But be careful, because not all ingredients can be used on all recipes. And while we're on the topic of recipes, some of these have extra perks like helping to keep the table cleaner, or customers will pay more for that specific dish. The workshop is where you buy decor for your restaurant, but it's not simply for aesthetics, though some of the items are really darn cute. Each furniture item boosts the quality of your restaurant. For example, the plants will help to relax your customers and make them more patient. The gumball machine and television increase how much customers will pay. Charming items like this sign increase XP gained from the customers, and there are electric items that make your Sushi-matic recharge faster. I began by adding plants because I wanted a cozier experience with less stress on serving the customers quickly. The cafe is run by one of Kagi's daughters, Maya. This is where you go to have coffee with villagers and increase your relationships. But we're not talking romantic relationships. Remember, you're a robot, and they're people. I mean, maybe they have a thing for robots, I don't know. But let me give you an example. After binge drinking coffee with Armand, I unlocked the possibility of perfect ingredients in his market. And eventually rare ingredients can appear as I level up with him. If I level up my relationship with Ren, she'll add flooring and wallpaper to her shop, more furniture, and eventually rare items. And there are many more friend spaces in this menu, which leads me to believe that we might have more people, more villagers to befriend as the game progresses. The final game component is going to be the tasks, which help to guide your gameplay. One neat aspect I discovered about the tasks is if you leave them pinned to your screen, gold sparkles will appear in the game to help guide you to the person or location for the task. If you unpin the task, the sparkles disappear. This is a really cool feature that can help you out around town, and it helped me because I forgot who somebody was, but thankfully the sparkles showed me right where to go. And speaking of the town, you can also pick up cans to recycle for coins and occasionally find gifts. But that's about all you can do at the start aside from visiting the shops. Here is what I like about Rolling Hills Make Sushi Make Friends. The restaurant aspect is very manageable and relaxing. I was worried it would be a frantic and frustrating game like a lot of cooking sims, but it wasn't. I mean, it's not really a cooking sim. Being able to use the decor to help customers chill is pretty genius, and I had a lot of fun making my restaurant look cute. I also enjoyed shopping for ingredients to level up my recipes and trying to choose the highest perk dishes to serve my customers. And normally, I hate worrying about friendship levels in games and gifting, but thankfully, it's a little bit different in Rolling Hills. You have coffee with somebody and you will get perks from leveling up your relationship with them. So I guess you're buying them coffee, you're kind of bribing them, whatever. I'm just glad I get the perks. This being said, there are a couple items on my wish list for what could improve with Rolling Hills. I struggled with handling the dishes. If you pick up the wrong dish, you can't drop it. You can only replace it with another dish. So I was sometimes left carrying a plate of unwanted food with me. A rubbish bin or an option to place it back on the conveyor would help a lot. And then I had issues delivering the food to the correct customer when there were two at the table. I had to be in just the precise spot or the dish went to the wrong customer. I'm not sure how to remedy this other than maybe spacing the customers wider, or maybe I just need to get better skills. That's probably the case. In the end, I was highly impressed with Rolling Hills, as it succeeded in capturing my attention within the first 15 minutes, and it kept me glued to the game for well over an hour. Furthermore, the perks of the ingredients, friendships, and the decorations gives me motivation to level up, as well as choices and opportunity for creativity. And that's huge in a game. That makes you want to keep coming back and playing it more. The graphics are pretty simplistic, but they are cute and they're wholesome. And there appears to be a decent amount of gameplay with all the recipes, ingredients, and decor to unlock. My first impressions are that Rolling Hills Make Sushi Make Friends is an endearing, addicting little game worthy of its $15 price tag if you like very basic management games with a cozy aesthetic and a restaurant theme. So it's a thumbs up from me. I hope you have found this first look and quick review of Rolling Hills Make Sushi Make Friends helpful. And if you like sim and survival games, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you want to be extra nice, drop a like or a comment below, and I thank you for watching.